This is the first presentation in a series of hour-and-a-half dramas, not once a month, but every week. Tonight's show, Forbidden Area.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy Monday.
Thank you.
Why would anybody say that? Right? That wouldn't be right.
Yeah, that's why I still went with it.
Yeah, because you figured maybe I had something up my sleeve. Something up my sleeve?
No, I definitely didn't think that.
Like the way I said sleeve? No.
No, I really don't.
No. Mispronouncing words? Not funny. Unless you're Norm Crosby.
Right.
Okay. All right, let's get this back. I know we can save this. This is not us. We're better than this.
Yeah,
We're better than this.
Yeah.
I listened to the first 17 minutes of the show.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Last week. I enjoyed it very months.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it very much.
It felt like very months.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for yearly funny. Sorry, I was trying to go another step with it. But I did notice, I focused on a couple of things. It's like, I'm barely hanging on, memory-wise. Barely hanging on.
Right.
So, I didn't even know when you said 3 months old shit that you were referring to the coffee.
Ah.
I think I pretended like I did get it.
Yeah, I think that happens sometimes. I sense that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 3 months old. I'm like, yeah. What could he possibly be referring to? The fact that you just literally 45 seconds ago, you literally said you're drinking coffee that's 3 months old. So then he says, well, not with that 3 months old shit.
Right.
And that should make your mind go, words, you've heard them, someone
Right.
talking, and then there should be some kind of a trigger system.
So the overall effect of listening to the show is throwing a spook into you.
No, it made me really like myself a lot more. And if you don't like yourself, listen to yourself. No, I actually was very happy. I mean, I was very happy with I was like, boy, these guys are good. I don't know what I'm saying. I enjoyed it, whatever I was listening to.
Good.
I liked the conversation.
Good. Excellent.
But I don't know, I haven't heard yet how later on I get revenge on something. I don't know. That's what's exciting about it. That's not what's exciting about it. Okay, to explain it. Hey, listen, how was your day in terms of how you're feeling?
My day was okay. I'm feeling a little bit like an unmoored ship at the moment, but that's not a huge problem. And I seem to upset some people today on Twitter with my assessment or my wondering aloud how Charlton Heston kept his acting license that long.
Wait a second, you didn't upset people, did you?
Yeah, there's some Charlton Heston I'm going to say apologists out there.
And so, first of all, it's a small. Who could get upset about it? And first of all, when was he a good actor? He was never a good actor, right?
Well, that's my assessment.
They did it.
I watched that very movie last night, which is what sort of I think prompted me to ask the question.
And so you feel, what was his appeal, would you say?
I don't know. His height, perhaps?
God damn. Okay, there's always got to be that. Now, I used to think...
I mean, he was committed. He was confident. I mean, obviously, and everybody who got upset, it was all about me thinking that I was bashing on their favorite movies.
Which is what?
Well, I was...
Planet of the Apes?
They'd say Planet of the Apes. They'd say there's all manner of movies, but mostly the sci-fi ones. And I'm not saying that Charlton Heston movies are all bad. They're not. I'm saying that those movies were able to withstand Charlton Heston.
Well, boy, have the tables turned, because it's usually me going, I said something about cheese to a guy in Cleveland, and he says he's going to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, but the difference is, you get really upset. I'm not the least bit upset.
Well, I don't know. You brought it up.
I know. You asked me how my day was.
Oh, stop it. You know it's killing you. Okay, can you, just so I can get into the game here, is there any movie where I could say, yeah, that Charlton Heston, where if I liked him, I would go, boy, that Charlton Heston was good. We can't say Ten Commandments. That's not acting.
No, 10 Commandments, not that good.
It's not acting. He had a big beard on, didn't he?
And
he's yelling.
I don't understand that.
Okay, here's what I'm saying to you. There's not one scene, I've never seen the movie, but there's not one scene in the Ten Commandments that's up close where you can see how someone could act. Is there? They're all him standing on top of a burning bush and yelling.
Yeah, you really
need to see the movie.
Yeah, or see the trailer even.
Well, what is there? Some downtime in the movie? Oh, Moses. Hey, Moses. Is that Edward G?
No, I'm just saying for a bunch of people playing Jews, it's a big ham buffet.
Oh, God. Oh, but but just name me his movie where he really stretched out. Oh, he was great in Atlantic City. See, I've always thought Burt Lancaster was Kirk Douglas.
Was Charlton
so
Heston.
Now I'm hoping he's Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
But they all three, Burt Lancaster, of the three who look exactly alike from my childhood.
Yeah.
Burt Lancaster he was a good actor.
Burt Lancaster was a good actor. Kirk Douglas was a good actor.
Oh, Kirk Douglas was fantastic.
Charlton Heston, not a good actor.
No, he's not. He's really not. Oh my God, people shouldn't get upset.
You know, and there's good movies. Touch of Evil, good movie. Though, you know, he played a Mexican and chose brown face instead of an accent.
Oh my God. I think you're blowing the cover off of it. Up next, John Wayne, although I think John Wayne actually was a good actor.
I can't. No, John Wayne was good. Was good in lots, and yeah. I mean, John Wayne didn't need his movies to withstand him.
Right. I shouldn't have ever learned anything about him, because when you learn about him.
But he was a right-wing asshole.
He was a right-wing asshole who did not go to war. And he always felt horrible about not going to war when he could have gone to war.
I don't know if he could have. He was an injured football player.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I get most of my facts from Reels, R-E-E-L-Z. So take it up with them. I had a bad day in certain ways. It was a bad day. Well, certain parts of the day were good. Well, first of all, I saw your brisket online.
Yeah.
That looked fantastic.
It was a good brisket.
I don't think I've seen a better brisket in my life.
It was good tonight. It was good yesterday and today.
Oh, made me even want to, I don't know what I wanted to do. Made me want to have brisket. I don't know. It's fantastic. So that was really...
Well, I considered giving you some, and then I went, well, no, it's dangerous to go to the grocery store, so I'm going to take another day of eating it.
That's absolutely right. Is that a little dig back at me?
No.
A dig?
No.
Oh, okay. It
was showing you that my generosity has its limits.
I was going to say no bounds, but you're saying it has limits.
Yeah.
Did you get to try the coffee?
I did.
And what do you think?
I don't like it as much as the Timor, but I thought it was very good. I thought it was a very good Colombian. I very much like the way he roasts beans.
Yes, and that is amazing. Now, that makes me think I should save a roll of the Sumatra. Or next time I get a thing.
Don't worry about it.
Next time I get a thing, I'll send it over. But
I absolutely am on board with the Rob Beans roasting philosophy, whatever that may be.
Well, the only thing I can tell from the philosophy, not the only thing I can tell, he says what he's calling medium roast is really by most people be considered a light roast. But I think by making it slightly more towards the medium, which you can't really tell visually because it looks very light, he does get the flavor of the character. I think the guy's good. Excellent.
Yeah, see, I didn't perceive it as a light roast. I perceived it as a fairly dark take, actually, on a medium roast.
Well, then I'm just going by how the beans look compared to my other beans, because usually when beans are on medium, they look a little bit dark. But anyway, he's doing an amazing job, and I bought 50% of the company, and let's do this.
Now it's Rabandi beans.
No, I'm not going to make him change. But it's my brother's name. What do you think of that? My brother's name is Rob.
Yeah.
His name is Rob. I also like his whole thing that he's in a garage in Glendale, because I think I'm going to end up in a garage in Glendale.
Yeah, I think you are.
My stuff, at least. So when Andy went to the institution, what did he do with all the stuff?
Garage
He
in
put it in a
Glendale.
Why didn't he go to one of those, what are those things? The mini, like they come to your street, they stick a thing and you shove your stuff in there?
Yeah, well, those you have to pay for. Andy
like
just figured he'd drop it and hope for the best.
Yeah, a friend of his in Glendale.
He was realistic enough to know he wasn't ever coming back for it.
He knew. You could tell in his eyes. This was the big goodbye. Hey, don't give these things away. My New York Mets yearbook.
At that point, we knew Andy had lost it like 3-month-old coffee.
I laugh the laugh of someone who feels that they may die soon.
Yeah.
I really do. No.
Yeah, but you've had that feeling since birth.
That's the problem. Hence the humor. Okay, so then I get a letter from the city of LA.
Okay.
Is that good? Is that ever good?
It never puts not a chill down your spine when you see it.
Okay, so the letter says, "Dear fuckface, no, dear Andy, dear whatever. I owe $1,200.
Yeah.
I jump up like a. How do you jump up? I got jumped up like a catamaran, whatever the thing jumps up. And I said to myself,
yes.
Yeah, exactly. I said to myself, this isn't true. This is not true, because first of all, if you live in the city of LA, and I'm not an anti-tax person, but the idea that because you're a writer, all of a sudden you have a business in LA,
yeah,
I think that's a dicey argument to begin with. But there's nothing you can do about it. You got to pay your city taxes, except there's a $300,000 exemption for creative artists in the city of LA. But the only catch is if you don't file it in time. If you don't file it by February 29th or February 28th. And this is the second year that I didn't file it on time. And I thought to myself, I know I filed it on time. I know I did. And I came back to the house angry. And then I realized this was the year of death. Susan's mom died in February. My mom and sister died in March. I have no memory of the end of the year things that would happen normally.
Right.
So I lost a whole year in my head.
Right.
Like I was so convinced that they were wrong.
Well,
I still think they're wrong because I did not generate as much money in the city of LA as they're claiming I did.
Yeah, but you brought it back to LA.
Why don't you just go work for the city? Well, so you file it too, right?
Yeah.
You file the exemption.
Well, I mean, I do what I got to do. I have a business manager that does it.
Oh, see, that's the other problem. Why didn't I give this job to my accountant many years ago?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't I do it? Anyway, so I agonized about that. So I'm 12. And now, is that a deduction? I'm wondering. I think it is probably.
I don't know. Talk to the accountant you should have talked to about this thing.
I thought this would be. See, I was wrong again. Talk about being wrong. I thought this is going to be an anecdote that is going to make.
It's one of those. I mean, it's a legit story of something that happened to you. But I just don't have any. My response would be to, oh fuck, I'll pay it. Fuck.
Okay, so that's the thing. I'm a Jew. Okay.
Really.
And this sticks in my craw.
Yeah.
Then the other thing is that I didn't get one thing on the Cameo. I chopped my price immediately.
What's your price?
Well, here's what I thought. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not.
But I went on there and I saw these people. Don't laugh at me yet.
I'm not.
I saw these people. Would you stop it? All right, you're not going to laugh, right?
No.
Okay. I see these people, and they're someone I've heard of. $23 they're charging for their video. I don't want them. I'm not that broke yet. $23.
No.
So I say to myself, make it decent. I go, if someone wants to go happy birthday from me, that's $100 is what I said.
Oh boy.
Until it went out and it got nothing. So then I advertised the price drop. Now it's all of a sudden $50.
Wow.
And then that got nothing. I have made $14 from direct messages so far.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Sweet direct message cash.
Is that true that they do direct message money too?
$2.99.
Really?
$2.99. Yeah. So So here's another. You know when the universe gives you lemons or something? The universe, I think, here's my theory, Josh. The universe knows when you think you're a big shot. The universe knows when you start to think in any way, shape, or form.
No, I absolutely agree that that site might have been actually created by God. For that very reason.
So it's been how many years since the guy at the Acme Club who does the podcast told me you got to get on Cameo, right?
Yeah.
I resisted it for so long, and I said to myself, "I'm home. I'm not making any money. I should try this."
Oh, so I understand the allure.
And I should be proud of myself that I was able to. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No. I'm the interrupter.
I was just proud that I finished the project of making the video because I drove myself nuts with it for about a month. So I'm proud I completed it. But then I was with the recriminations of people think you're a hack or people. So it's been a very. But then I said to myself, doesn't matter what people think about you. Obviously it does. But fuck it. I can't be, if they're going to judge me because now they think I'm a hack.
Nobody thinks you're a hack. There's tons and tons of people on it. It's such a trap for the entertainer psyche. It is such a fucking trap. And
it's a prank. It's a prank.
Really, it so is. Because you think of it like, it doesn't cost me anything to go on there. Yes, it does. It costs you your soul because right. Nobody wants me to say, do a shout out.
In other words, you're saying if you wanted to devise a way to humiliate yourself,
oh my
you
God,
could do
it's
no
perfect.
better.
Oh my, absolutely. It's like Greek mythology.
But then here's the thing. I was a classic victim of my own desires because for 3 years I've been thinking the guy from Acme's, I'd be cleaning up. The only thing that's between me and cleaning up is opening up that Cameo account. I swear to God, Josh, I'm not lying. I was like, well, if I get 10 this weekend and 15 down next week, and 32 the week after, and I make about $40,000 a year on the Cameos. Okay, so then I would dig and buy another house.
Right. Such a perfect trap.
Well, I'm very happy that I was able to delight you. I think I brought you true delight.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
But please don't make yourself feel bad over Cameo.
Well, but here's the thing.
Because it's a perfect trap, Andy.
It is a perfect trap. It's another wonderful, you know how you look at, in the old days I looked at Facebook, I looked at this, see what's up on Twitter. There's another way I could disappoint myself every day.
Self-esteem video poker at your service.
You know what I said to myself today? I said, here's what I've said to myself over the weekend. I wonder if I've set up the notifications properly. Oh, I better go back. People are expecting it.
Shingles up.
Yeah. And then now, the guy who helped me get on, if he says something, if I get the message like, oh, you gotta promote it a few times a day, that's it. That's the end of it. That's where that's the perfect storm of when people don't want to follow you on Twitter.
Hey, got a birthday?
Hey, need someone roasted?
Got a small Jew-shaped void in your life?
Hey, is your life perfect except you don't have a recording of a Jew who doesn't know you?
Why not pay me to send you a message, or just send me a message on Twitter and I'll respond for free?
No, that's the thing. No. They can't DM me on Twitter. That's where I have to follow them first. That's why I'm not getting any.
No, just do it out in the open.
Oh no, you can't get me to respond. I'm very busy.
If I was like, whoever, and when hey Andy, it's my brother's birthday. Will you
yes,
say happy birthday to him on Twitter?
Yeah,
you would retweet it and go, of course, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, I'm Andy Kindler. I hope you love me and that you feel as if I've done something for your life by doing this.
Oh boy! But other than that,
so $50 though for a shout out.
Yeah, and I'm now
and $3 for a text. It's the price disparity.
Do you agree with me though that if you make it $22, that looks sadder?
Well, no.
You don't?
I think you really need to cruise around and look at what people and whatever your perceived fame bracket are charging.
Okay, well, Gilbert Gottfried, I know is hugely successful with it.
Yes.
He charges $150.
Okay. Yeah, he's a much bigger star than you.
Was that necessary? Beyonce charges $750. $750. Beyonce. No, Beyonce's not on it, Andy. I wonder what Dice charges. Oh God. Oh my God.
Just another example of the perfect trap.
The perfect trap. Anyway. And now here's the other thing though, Josh. I saw that there were 227 stand-up. I mean, like if you go to a certain category, actors,
right.
Thousands of actors. But if you go to stand-up comedy, there's only 200 stand-up comics. I go, and there's only a couple of hundred. I'm getting in on the ground floor, you bastards.
Right.
And we get a lot of that stand-up comic heat.
Yes, because it's because it's worth $50 to have a task on the table.
Oh my God! But you know what? I'm a nice person, though. That's what I like.
Pay me $50, I'll have Eventbrite.
Oh, I've had event. Oh, you can't believe the Eventbrite was to make this little video because I've been delaying this for months and months and months.
Right.
My usual thing. Oh yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. I'll put it up this week. Weeks go by, days go by. They even said. I even heard from my manager. They had a couple of requests for me. That got me almost sweaty. Got me sweaty.
That could have amounted to $100.
Hey, don't sneeze it. It's going to look awfully good after the third or fourth or fifth year of the COVID
then
disaster.
The city of LA cuts in on your action.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Dear Andy, please scroll down past the COVID warnings to your goddamn bill.
Right.
Oh, we hope if you have any trouble, we'd love to help you at the city. Maybe we'll help you with your mortgage.
Oh, wait, our mistake. We saw your Cameo account.
What would be really terrible is if they went after me for my Cameo money. Yeah. Like they went after Red Fox for real money.
Right.
And then there's that $4 million on Cameo I never declared.
Right.
Well, but other than that,
I do think it's funny you thought there'd be 15 or 20 over the week.
Oh yeah, 15. I added it up. The other thing is I had it going into my our account, our business accounts. I said this will be sweet. Right. This is like money right into the business account. What's going out of the business account? $1,100.
Oh shit! I created a vacuum effect by piping this directly into the business account.
You know, I'm going to check after this phone call to see how much DM money I'm up today. DM money. It's like it's like gold. It's like uncounted gold.
Yeah. $3 a pop for those?
$2.99. And that's the other thing. Do you agree with celebrities who say instead of $50, $49.99? I don't like that.
No, you don't. You never want to make it sound like you're selling yourself at a discount.
So true. It's so true. It cheapens it.
Yeah.
Cameo is a pretty classy thing, but you go $19.99. Hi, I'm at Kindler. Everything must go.
That's right. Suddenly you're a Ronco celebrity.
I'm just trying to make plans for if this never ends type of thing.
No, I don't think the instinct is bad. That's why that's how they get you.
The other thing is I hear you can sell seeds.
Just like, when there's meat on a snare.
Yeah.
A wolf is going to go, I'm hungry. You see, it's not a bad instinct. Hey, there's some food, I'm hungry. But that's why traps work.
I thought you were saying snare drum.
No, I meant animal
I never
snare.
heard that word in my life, a snare. But now I know what it means. I think I need not just help. I think I need maybe a program of some kind. I might need a regimen.
You may need a regimen of shout-outs.
Hey, as long as we're on the show, look, folks, I know we've been having fun, but
so what picture did you put the picture of you and Dane Cook on there?
No, I put a picture. I put a recent picture that Susan took with her new camera.
Oh, nice.
Which is an amazing camera. It really is great.
I believe you.
I mean, it's okay. I don't know where I'm going with that.
You're headed towards Oversellville, but
yeah, it was Oversellville. No, I was doing a character. I think I'm always a half inch from the DJ guy. It's either because I kind of like two DJ guys. I like 65 degrees downtown Los Angeles, but I also like this guy, the Quiet Storm.
You're your own morning zoo.
That's right. I'm thinking about becoming a DJ. It's a good time period for that, right?
It is, definitely.
That slow burn about Tupac and Biggie is excellent. And do you think they know we don't know what happened exactly.
We don't.
We don't. And the slow burn about David Duke is also excellent. Will you stop thinking about hanging up on me?
No, I'm not.
Just don't think about it.
I'm not. I wasn't.
Okay.
I figured it would happen organically.
Well, it never does on my end.
I figured the phone call would actually commit suicide.
Yes. We are calling from FaceTime audio. We are cutting the cord on this conversation. I saw you had lovely, you didn't see it, but lovely photos of you and Allison on Facebook.
Yeah.
I've seen those. You had a lovely anniversary.
We did indeed.
Any other updates on any other feedback on the movie, on the doc?
Nothing besides, it's got like 100 and some reviews on Amazon. It's still
that's pretty great.
It's right in that 5-star 4.95 hover.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
I like it.
But
Josh.
Mostly now I'm like, all right, that movie's just going to be out now, and it's time to find something else to do.
That's true, but it's hard to find something to do when we can't leave the house.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a tough spot.
I think this country might close soon if some things don't pick up.
Yeah, certainly our city might.
I don't quite understand how we got more cases, except Orange County, I know, is a horrible area. I don't know.
I think people were having house parties and gatherings.
The gatherings, apparently, anytime you spend a long time with someone who has it, you've got it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Walking by someone on the street, maybe not.
No.
But
in a room with someone, yeah.
Yeah. Kissing someone.
Yeah.
I have to tell you this, Josh. I feel...
Oh, shit. Here.
No. It's not going to be what you think. Not going to be what you think. It's not... No, you're wrong about that.
Okay, sure. Now recover.
Anyway, I was wondering, you know what's interesting? And
I could never be... That's why I never could do pranks.
Oh, I bet you can't pull a Band-Aid off either.
Why? Because you have to do that quickly, right?
Do you know the 7 danger signals of cancer?
Cancer schmancer. I'm a Sagittarius.
Unusual bleeding or discharge.
Oh!
A lump or thickening in the breast or elsewhere. A sore that does not heal. Change in bowel or bladder habits. Hoarseness or cough. Indigestion or difficulty in swallowing. Change in a wart or mole. The American Cancer Society says, if your signal lasts longer than 2 weeks, go to your doctor to learn if it means cancer.
Ooh, a depressing subject. My goos just don't have cancer. I had the mumps once, measles, a movie house. I'll just get lost in the drama. Oh, better yet, a comedy.
Hi, Josh. How you doing tonight?
Excellent, Andy. How are you?
Good. Doing good. Very good.
That's good
Very
to hear.
Good.
Good to hear.
How you feeling?
I'm good. How's the wife?
Couldn't keep it going. I couldn't keep it going. Hey. Hi, Josh.
Hi, Andy.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise.
Well, I just thought I'd check in, with all the things going on in the world. I thought I'd check in on my old pal.
You know what I wish? I wish that we did that awkwardly every night.
Do you really?
No.
Yeah, because it would force you to commit every night.
My favorite part of last week's show was, I won't say what it was we were talking about, but you said, do you really want this to be on the show?
The address, because I left that in.
Oh, no.
I left that wasn't. Oh, okay.
It wasn't the address. It was when I was talking about people who were listening to the show.
Oh, yes.
And I started gushing.
Like, will this help us? Will this really help our relationship? Before you continue?
And then what did I say?
Nope. And you moved on. It was a good move. It was solid.
It's solid.
Solid pivot. I left that in, so it's not like...
Whoa! Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You idiot! You're not supposed to leave that in.
You did not. You did. No, I did leave that in.
I didn't mean to call you idiot.
That's okay. If I would have done it, it would have been done for the night, but that's okay.
No, even now, even with the new, brand new, improved Andy Kindler?
I think so.
I would have folded my
If I would have called you an idiot in anger, oh God.
Oh yeah.
You would have spun off somewhere. I know that much.
That's true. I still feel bad about it, even though I was joking. I was really,
See?
See how it goes? So you decided it was so riveting.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny the way you pivoted.
Oh, the pivot was great. That's right. The pivot. Now look, as someone separate from the thing, I would have to sign off on this. If I was the executive producer,
yeah.
I say, look, sure, it was embarrassing how you went on and on about how Ione Sky was at the same movie theater you were at.
Yeah, you didn't go on and on. I stopped you on that particular
Yeah, but now I will.
I knew she was there. Before I got there, John, I had looked up her name in the show business directory.
Okay, I'm sorry that voice. I hope it doesn't reappear.
Do you want me to take that out?
No, I'll take it out of my things not to repeat. What is this thing? Which movie is this from? Barbara. It's like I don't know, Barbara. It's like a scary movie. And does it ring a bell to you?
No, it doesn't.
Barbara.
No.
Okay. Wait, could you sound more disgusted
not
when
disgusted
I tell you?
At all. No, not disgusted.
I'm asking you.
I was really trying to tune in. I was really trying to get in the zone and see if I could evoke something from Barbara.
I think it's Boris Karloff.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Barbara? I'll figure it out. So guess what happened? Do you know what happened to me? Do you know the change in my show business career?
Does this have to do with Cameo?
Yes, it does, my friend.
$35, is that the magic number?
That is the magic number of what people think that I am worth. And the floodgates open.
Yeah.
Gosh. I've done one. I have 8 more to do.
Wow.
Right. That's not bad, right?
No, I mean, it's okay if you like doing $35 gigs.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. It took me 2 hours to do the first one. Okay. 2 hours.
All right. Well, you're above minimum wage at least, still.
2 hours to I know. But the thing is that, it's, so a typical thing. You know how, like, I have very few people I can disappoint in my life. What's that?
Let me bring 9 instances of event panic into my life.
Yeah. So anyway, so I get these things and I'm high-fiving Susan. Like, hey, this is good. Susan, are you kidding me? Easy money. Do it while I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
Then I get home and then it becomes another event. Each one is an event.
I know.
Each one.
Yes. There's you can disappoint a new person each time is the thing.
I just recorded a perfect message for someone who's making a movie about anti-Semitism until the end when I called him Brent and his name is Brett. What's that? That kind of thing.
Sorry, Brent. I mean, Kike. Shit. Only us could literally the only 2 people who get away with that joke right now. No one. What are they going to do to us? What could they possibly do? They can't say we've turned our back on our people. Look at us. Exactly.
Do we don't still scream Jew?
My initials are Jew.
Yeah. Get it? It's so great. So then this is my favorite part of it. So I have very few people left to disappoint in my life. I have you to disappoint, right?
Yes.
I could disappoint you. I could disappoint Susan. I could disappoint my manager. So I get a little thing from Cameo headquarters. Hey, why don't you go over there to Cameo and take care of those cameos and make people's lives better? They had to send me 2 reminders today.
Oh,
3 days left. 3 days left. Oh, it's embarrassing.
Well, it's $300. You get $300 for all that.
That's a good algorithm too. That knows exactly that you need to remind me. I didn't even say, please remind me.
Right. You are currently disappointing people. Bing.
Yes. Ding. And they do say make their lives better and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's
which
great.
I don't think
that's really great to make it messianic.
But I just love that. I just love the concept that there are 7 people in the country waiting for the price to drop to 35. That's all. You know what I mean? Because I got them literally within 7 minutes. Well, because I also tweeted it too, so.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because you send it to someone, they go, that's great. How much did you pay for that? They go, $35. They go, oh, okay.
That's good. That's the good part of it. That's the good part. I would even go less if it didn't eventually end up to be minimum wage.
Well, you still have to pay the crew, so.
Oh, man. But I'm back, baby. I'm back. Money is going into the account as we speak.
That's fantastic.
See, you think, you know what your problem is? You think too big.
It's true.
I think small. I think.
Of yourself.
Like, why wouldn't I do my own maps to the Hollywood stars' homes and just bring them to my house?
Right. And then do a little show for $35 a person.
Not that in-person thing is more.
Yeah. So have you gone through the requests? Are there any,
There's nothing dicey. Like, say to people that, tell people my girlfriend has a horrible, cancer or something. No, nobody's done anything. Well, why would they do that? Right. But no one's done it. There's nothing pranky in it that I can tell.
Okay.
That's all I'm waiting for.
Right.
I can't walk straight into a prank. So I do have to do some research. Like, I had to make sure this guy was making a movie about anti-Semitism.
Right.
That's all I need is Cameo problems. You know?
Yeah, no, I know. I kind of, I'm okay with you having Cameo problems because it entertains me to no end. But as a friend, I don't want you to actually have problems. But
no, I won't. But
if you do have problems, I want them to be Cameo problems.
Exactly. Oh, I've got Cameo problems. And of course, Andy Richter tweets today. You know that I get a lot of.
I saw that.
Oh, that was great. I get a lot of people and invitations through Instagram, and then my daughter said, "Don't."
Right.
But you know what? I'm over that part of it, though.
Yeah.
That's growth for
You're
me.
in.
You know how I acknowledge my growth, like you say. That's growth.
Yeah, I assume it's the exact same mode you're in as when you took the gig on the comic show as a judge.
Right. But that was higher pay.
No, I understand, but it's still.
Yeah.
You had to eat a certain amount of crow in a way to do that gig.
Yes, that was not a tough decision because I was
right,
broke.
because there was money. I get it.
It was money.
I get it. And I'm not faulting you for saying yes to a network show.
Right,
Don't get me wrong.
But it was a tough call.
Yeah.
And I was glad I did it. But of course, everybody says that. Oh, of course, when I did my commercials for Preparation H, I thought I added that was the worst thing years ago when I used to go out on commercial auditions.
Yeah.
They would, I would go at them all the time. And I've got none, maybe two the whole time. But one of them was like, our guy is obviously his stomach it's like a Pepto-Bismol. His stomach, he needs to use a bathroom, and you can see it on his face. And it's like I wrote to no, there's nothing. I don't do. I'm not going to be the guy of the face of the guy who has to go to the bathroom on TV for the next 50 years.
That would have been the greatest piece of poetry, though, had it happened.
Right. Better than me being cast as
it's the I gotta go guy. It's the I gotta go guy. It really is. It's I gotta go. It's the I gotta go guy. It's him.
There.
It's him. It's him. It's really him.
Hey, hi. That's him. That's the guy. I know that commercial by heart now. Hi. That's him. That's the guy. It's the I gotta go guy.
That's Louis T. Gaspasser.
But the other thing is that, that would be even, what if I was, the animated voice of one of the bears on Charmin? Would I take that gig?
Ladies, don't squeeze my midsection.
Enjoy the go. Do you get it? We're saying when you go to the bathroom, enjoy the fact that you have really nice toilet paper along with your other fun in the bathroom.
I'm so sick of them. They make me more upset than Trump. The early days of the show, of our show I'm talking about, I would launch into things that would stick in my craw, and I would be so bitterly disappointed.
Yeah,
when you didn't back me up.
Bandwagon along with you.
Well, many of them were awful.
Yeah. My DoorDash food didn't come. Those assholes said they were standing at the front desk. Don't they know who I am?
And now, cut to, now you can't ever go to Minnesota. Now you happy, Andy, with your complaining? Now you're not going to ever get to order a pizza. First of all, Andy, you're in the age group. Expect your friends to be dropping like flies.
Right.
Isn't everyone from my age and up pretty much dying?
More than your age and down.
Way more. Yeah. Way more. Yeah. Well, it depends on how far down you go.
True.
You don't have to go
if we're counting miscarriages.
Oh, that hurt. I had a miscarriage, and I don't think it's funny. Hey, did you ever see that script I sent you, Miscarriage? I thought it was so funny. Yeah. It was like a Britney's diary. It's like a Britney's. Who's the diary lady? British Jones diary.
British Jones.
Hey, that's it, right?
No, it's Bridget.
Oh, boy. I thought it was British. Are you sure?
I think that's a pimp's name.
I was writing down ideas that I had from early things that we came up with. These may be jokes in your act. even.
Yeah.
Now I can't find them, but,
All right.
oh, here's what I wrote down. I don't know what the context for this is. My therapist says there's no right or wrong way for me to grieve. Okay, fuckface. Okay, fuckface. Now, I think I said that to you or something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny. Whatever the case. I don't know.
Not only is it funny, but it's probably in a previous show.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah. And of course, Perush. I can see Perush now. He sits upright in bed, and his head starts to go. I know that he's not going to get over on me with that. Well, he doesn't sound that way.
We should do a live show where we can only do material that was said on this show in the past 3 years.
And boy, would we could fill up a whole show.
We probably could.
With our catchphrases.
That would be the problem, is you have to find a way to make the catchphrases not just non sequiturs.
We open with, I just came here for the cotton candy grapes. Take it away. Take it away, boys.
Grapes, grapes, grapes. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Grapes, grapes, grapes. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Cotton candy grape. Da-da-da-da-da. Cotton candy.
I was trying to harmonize, but it was really bad.
No,
my harmony
I was trying to paint the picture of a big number.
Well, you have to start with a big number.
Yeah.
If you really want to go Broadway with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So. Then Evergreenberg, I think is your joke I wrote down. Evergreenberg. That's a joke.
Probably.
And I still forget it.
It was probably about some sort of Jew joke, I'm guessing.
Well, yeah, I think it was the iceberg. The iceberg, when they hit the iceberg.
Yeah.
Is it called an iceberg?
That one's mine. That one I'm keeping.
Oh, that is yours. But is it called an iceberg?
Sir, we hit a Goldberg.
It's worse. We hit a Davidberg. We hit a Daveberg. Get it? The guy who used to write The Lighter Side and Mad.
I'm frankly glad I'm keeping it.
Yeah. Now you can see what I would have done with it. I would have cheapened it and made it into another reference.
Yes.
I had a sip of are you still hearing that weird sound, or it's good?
It's not good. It was just a one-timer.
Oh, okay. Don't make me pull out my my Blue Nano mic. Why would that be something that he would be afraid of?
I'm not really afraid.
Because he's afraid of my higher end whatever.
Oh, don't threaten me with your prosumer gear.
Oh, I've been looking around online for these. You take shatter or whatever, this wax or resin, and you put in one of these vaporizers, and supposedly it's. I think I need help. I really do, and my therapist is out of town.
I think you're looking for pot to do something that other drugs do.
I think you're right. I want it to be like an acid trip, but more like an ecstasy trip.
Right.
So there's no trouble.
But being able to say, I didn't take any acid.
Right. And
I was just smoking pot. It hit me hard.
And then I'm able to do podcasts with them as I normally do. And I'm able to have fun.
The power of suggestion made me just smoke pot right there. Sorry.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? I stay off of it because I got to do 7 more, whatever the hell they're called, cameos.
Hi, Dave. It's 4 a.m. Happy birthday!
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible the way you do it. It's so awful. You made it worse for me.
Hi, Wendy. It's Andy. They sound alike. Happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Mort from Bob's Burgers saying, how's it going, Bob?
Oh, is that what it mostly is?
Not really. No, yeah, Bob. Yeah, I'd like a burger, Bob.
But they aren't just Mort requests?
No, they're not. No, I've gotten, I think the one request where I think they knew who I was, well, no, some people know the stand-up, but then I got one Raymond thing. So
Oh, okay.
I love your show. What does that mean when they say that? I don't know.
Maybe it's on this show.
That's what I was hoping once. We got our show is picking up a lot of steam, though, right?
Yeah. By the way, don't plug our show in the cameos.
It's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself with that one. You went too far. That last one. Hi, I'm Andy Kindler. You may know me from Thought Spiral. J. Elvis Weinstein. Oh, you want me to do my classic Mr. Weinstein come in here immediately?
I will bring down a cease and desist order on your ass so fast.
Will it make my head spin?
No.
So
that's not possible.
Is there going to be trouble down the road when we split up and I try and take the name or something?
When we spiral off in different directions.
Get it? Okay, stop saying get it.
We'll do Andy Spiral and J. Elvis Spiral.
Yeah.
Separately.
No. That's what they get on the Patreon when we go Patreon.
Yeah.
If you get extra, you get Andy forcing an extra episode monologue.
It'll be like when Kiss all did solo albums.
I don't even know I know there's Paul Stanley and then there's the Idiot. That's the only people I know in Kiss who could do albums.
Well, no, at the time they all did solo albums without breaking up, so it was all in Kiss character basically. But it's Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Ace Frehley, and Peter Criss.
Oh, see now that you say all those names, I have heard them. Is Ace Frehley the drummer?
No, Peter Criss was the drummer.
You would think I wouldn't even get a multiple choice game show, right? Where it's not even any of those. But you don't like Kiss, that's where where you know more trivia. Yeah, I'm willing to know something even if I don't like it. Plus, they were more your generation than my generation. They were, or were they between us? They were more between us, I would say. Yeah. What was your generation? Pogs? Would you have Teenage Mutant? Did you have Mutant Turtles? I'm a little older than that. Did you have Slinky? We had Smurfs. What is Smurf? What are Smurfs? It's like a toy you throw. Oh, really? It's like a... And we'll be back with early dementia comedy. Well, I just want to say it was a great baseball season. It really was. It really was fantastic. I don't love it, but I laugh, I giggle slightly that it's Florida, that stupid state with that DeSantis idiot who bragged in April. Oh yeah, I thought you said we were going to have a big problem. Look, there's no problems. Yeah, stick it to him now. And also get any of my grandmother's friends who are still down there. Give it to him. Give him the COVID. Give him the COVID. Here, drink the COVID, Louis Gohmert. What happened was I must have got COVID on my mask. I was playing in the COVID box. Yeah, that was the problem. I said, oh, here comes some COVID. I just been wearing it so much. Well, hold on a second, COVID. Let me adjust my mask more tight. Uh-oh. I've let the COVID get on the mask. That guy is really, surprisingly, everyone's going to get it now. That's what I hope. All the Trump people. I don't hope that they get it, but I secretly do. Are you one of those people, to me, if Trump, and I'm being honest about this, I'm not advocating anything. I'm saying if Trump dropped dead tomorrow from COVID, I really would be happy. I mean, except for the fact that Pence would be, I wouldn't care. Couldn't care less about him. Yeah. Is that wrong? Well, Pence would catch it from sobbing on his chest. I would make Mike Pence do the joke about, you're standing on my air hose. I would force him to do that joke. He is, he's not, we've done this before. He's not more frightening. It's just going to be a couple of months and either we're out of here or we're saved, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, no, it can't come soon enough, quite obviously. I know. Yeah. Yeah? And I think I'm having more problems figuring out what day it is. And that's definitely quarantine based. Yeah. Well, the harder part is figuring out if it matters. Right. That's true. because there's no schedule.
All right. It
really
only matters because of therapy and podcasting.
I know. Doesn't it sound like a lot of stuff's going on in Andy Kindler's life? Don't you kid yourself. He's as busy as ever with nonsense. That's not good for my biography, if I ever have a biography. And then he went, the year he went Cameo. Boring anecdote after boring. No one's going to, why am I even talking about this? No one's going to write my biography. No one cares about me in that sense, and they shouldn't. Come on, Josh. Come on, Josh.
It's not true.
No, they don't care about me. They forgot me.
They'll pay for a book. They'll pay $35 for you to say
they
minutes
hate me.
worth of stuff.
No, my ship has sailed. I didn't try hard enough.
You're still ahead of your time.
No, it's not about the future, though, Josh. It's about being unhappy right now.
That's good.
Oh, what a delight I must be. If you didn't meet me before, you only had one conversation with me.
I envy the next person who gets that experience, let me just say. You've never met Andy? I envy you. Because you get to meet Andy for the first time.
The weird thing is that there was a period in my life before I got into therapy, there was a period in my life where I actually thought I was like charming in conversation.
Yeah, you were occasionally.
I know, but not, I don't know.
Remember, you were less demented at the time.
That's not nice. You know that I'm very sensitive about it. You know my mother not my mother. You know my sister.
Remember, you had the confidence of your penis working at the time.
Let me tell you something. It's coming back to life at the weirdest times.
When they booked a Cameo, it was the first one I had to hear.
That's right. I got hard when I uploaded my first Cameo. Is that wrong? Is that very wrong? No, we're not making any more comments, and thank God Susan does not know that.
That your dick doesn't work?
Susan does not know. I talk about my penis. You know what she wouldn't do? She wouldn't enjoy it. And she heard it, what she wouldn't do? Like it.
You know what she wouldn't think it was? Appropriate at all.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. You know what she would think it was? A breach of our intimacy and our love life. You know what? You know how she wouldn't react? Very funny. Look, I'm not here to rip your house off from underneath you like you think. Okay, one too many times back to Selleck. Do you want to do? That
was a non-sequitur.
Non-sequitur. There's another commercial now, since I'm old, that I love. The guy's walking around the house, and his wife has put sticker notes, $9.95, everywhere. It's 30 seconds this goes on, Josh. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, no.
Hey, honey. I know you've seen it too, right?
No, but please, go on.
Okay. Hey, honey. What's with all the $9.95 notes? Oh, I wondered if you'd noticed. How do you mean you wondered if you noticed? You put it on everything in the goddamn house. Yeah, well, it's just that. Did you know that we could have additional medical coverage for as little as $9.95 a month? Are you kidding me?
Let's make the call. With my health, I feel 25, but I look in the mirror and I am a fucking shambles.
There's two depressing things. Those commercials and the commercial for Car Shield. Hey, do you have a 700-year-old car that is going to die in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Sign up for Car Shield.
All right.
I know I've hit this before. You can tell.
Well, my problem with it is it's like Chris Berman does one of them.
Oh, yeah. I know he does.
And he claims to use it.
I know he does. He says that.
Which I don't believe that Chris Berman is driving cars out of warranty.
I got a 1985 Chevy Vega, and I can't get it serviced anywhere. So, and they also pretend there's a party going on, because he goes, okay, we're going to wrap it up here, but you should. And then they have another commercial, which is just more like, if your car gets into trouble.
That's money.
Dead.
That's money.
It's really, I think it's a race to the bottom. It reminds me, you told me years ago that these pay loan stores were your favorite thing and you thought it would really help the, what is they called? Pay loan? Payday, where people.
Payday loans.
Yeah. You thought that was good bank. You told me it's good banking.
Well, it's good banking if it's nice work if you can get it, usury.
Huge. And someone like me, a Jew, in the past might have had to take that job.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So they claim that they always go, the Jews want money. No, we were forced to take that job. But did we enjoy it? Sure.
I don't need the pound of flesh. I'll still take the money.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. Is that a Jew? Or is that Shylock?
Well,
I don't know. All
right.
All right, don't even try.
Okay, I won't.
Don't even try and decide, figure me out. I'm still smarting from the last phone call. I mean, you got me good.
On what?
When you hung up on me.
Oh, well, get me back. I dare you.
No, that's not me anymore. You know, the thing is, I'm almost too good at these kind of pranks. I'm surprised I didn't get into safe.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just settle in for another solid half hour of conversation. This is going to be great. All right.
What? Is that how you enjoy a conversation? You said, let me sit back. Okay, side buster. Stick up your legs and sit back by the fire and enjoy another Andy Kindler anecdote.
Fred, if you're going out to see a comedian, who would you like to go see?
I like Rip Taylor.
Do you? That surprises me in a way.
Yeah, because he's reckless abandon. I like that, and I like Jackie Gale. I like the guys with names too, but there's some guys that don't make it really big that are really funny too. And they continuously change their material to make it worthwhile going back again. Where some of the guys get a little stayed and just stay right there in their materials. It's after a couple, 3 times you've had it. I like Jackie Gale, I think, is my favorite.
What is it about him?
I don't know, he just says crazy things. He said, like one joke he tells, he says, just once in my life, I'd like to see 4 black singers managing a gangster. That's the kind of stuff. Now you see what I mean? Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I love. Okay, thank you.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hey, is this our first morning session?
I think it's our earliest one yet. We have done day ones before, but...
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Wow, but it's interesting. Maybe we should switch all...
I don't know. I don't think this holds up in the light of day.
No, I really think the best thing to do is, I think I would be much more awake during the...
Keep pounding it.
Do you like that one?
Yeah. Oh, God, yes.
No, seriously. Come on. This is pretty good. I can't do it again. All right. So,
have joke apnea.
Oh, man. Oh. This is my impression of 60s and 70s Johnny Carson comedy. Oh.
I thought you were doing Robin Williams there for a second.
I know. Oh. Look. You know what I'm doing right now? Guess what I'm doing right now? I'm going, whoa. I'm doing my impression of an audience, the audience meter. The VU meter. The classic VU meter. Can you believe how old that bit is?
It really is with the...
I can see it right now. It's almost like this probably does go back to vaud, even past vaudeville.
I don't think it does, because I don't think those audio meters were really a part of the equation.
That's true. It really probably is. You didn't see a lot of them pre-electronic, is what you're trying to tell me. Guess what time the food came last night?
Midnight.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. 12:15.
Wow.
In other words, they had already canceled it. They canceled it.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, so it's canceled. We drove back home.
They were like, we can't send this to a retail establishment. That's not how this works.
Right. So we thought, first they told us that they had forgotten a package. It's like Amazon Fresh or something.
Yeah.
So everything is like beeped into the system. So at first they said, oh, we had misplaced the package, so we don't deliver it. So that's what happens. But that's not what happened. They had a guy driving around till very late.
Wow.
I know it's I wish I could relate it as a real tough thing that happened, but
I feel good. I feel very prescient in pulling the plug early in that then.
Yes. Well, I almost was going to suggest doing it from there, which I think would have been terrible.
Yeah.
Not terrible, but you'd have been like a lot of.
You were like sitting outside your mailbox place waiting for groceries to come with Susan.
Yeah. Yes, and you could hear the swooshing of cars going by. It would have been very loud if we had tried it.
And you couldn't have talked about your penis with her there.
You know, the thing that's so weird, all of a sudden, 5 o'clock this morning, my penis gets hard again, and it's now longer.
Wow. It got enough rest.
You know, let me ask you a question. Is something big if it wraps around more than once?
Wraps around what?
My waist.
Ah. No, that's
I'm sick. I made myself sick. Yeah. That's definitely not an earlier in the day topic.
He was so tough he wore a Jew penis belt.
That sounds like one of those commercials, like for like a tractor. What's that called? Johnny Tractors? No, come on. What's it called?
Johnny Tractors are built tough so you can tackle big projects fast.
That's it. That's the more. But what's the? So the original commercial.
How about a tactical flashlight? What about a tactical nail clipper?
Oh man, I think we have a new character. No, maybe not. New character. Hey, the other night, did you feel that the other night when I had sex and the whole Sherman Oaks moved? I love the earth moving jokes.
Yeah.
About the, literally at least 1 million people all around the country say, that was me, sorry.
Right. Yeah, you're part of the great hack consciousness.
This is the age of hackiness. The age of hackiness. Oh.
It's the age of hackiness on steroids.
That's right. See, you know, the thing is, there are so many people who literally would have no idea what you're referring to.
It's true. But they aren't here. They aren't here right now.
No, but I just love the idea that something makes me happy, like I won. That that you can't make jokes about.
All of my hack jokes are obsolete now.
Yeah, it feels good.
Right.
That's happened to me a lot, though, where I'll make until I realize
all your material about rotary phones. It eventually works.
Yeah. Oh, let me get this straight. Oh, 911. Hurry up! I'm getting mugged. I thought you were going to go with the short one, too.
Sorry.
Excuse me, 911. We're like that commercial that Trump's running now. They've reached 911. We can't come now because either we have to murder people as police.
Right.
It's one or the other. Oh, you don't like us? You don't like us crushing people's necks? Well, then we're going to do it our way.
If you're afraid of a black person, press 1. If you're afraid of a Chinese person, press 2.
If the name Lee Atwater rings a bell.
If someone is telling you to put on a mask and you don't want to, press 3.
If you're Louis Gohmert, so let me tell you something. I actually thought what happened was there was a bowl of COVID that was on the windowsill,
right.
And everybody said stay away from it. I dipped my.
It was like a fresh plum pie.
So at first I put it on, it was no problem, but I
had to adjust it. So I stuck my fingers in my mouth. He really is a goober. He's like a goober. Is that, I know it's a negative thing.
I think he is the gooberist of Congress, yeah.
Goober, I would go right up to him. Louis Gohmert. I would say, Gohmert, Goober says hey. That'd be the first thing I would do. Goober says hey. And then, sadly, he wouldn't even know the episode of Andy Griffith I was referring to.
Yes, he was voted most likely to be mocked with a banjo sound.
Ding, 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 ding. I was thinking the other day, though, George Lindsay was very funny.
George Cooper Lindsay? No, I got no beef with him.
No, he was good. He was so funny in that show.
Even his Jughead hat worked for me.
The Jughead hat? What kind of hat is... First of all, I don't think Jughead had a real hat until Goober had it.
I know. It's a subgenre of beanies that you just don't see very much.
Hey, so I remember Andy's on the phone, and he said, Goober says, hey, who are you talking? He goes, what are you talking to? Just tell him, Goober says, hey. And that really is not far from how I
call your congressman to say, Goober says, hey.
If you're just racist, press 4. If you're racist and misogynist.
I just saw the worst commercial before I called you here with it was a mask commercial, a copper-infused mask. It's like, what? With the properties of copper.
So that means it's like nothing can get in there, right? Because it's copper.
No, they aren't making any claims. They just said with the properties of copper because they're smart. Because the copper's not going to help you.
Hey, you just opened the door for me to go to rail against from an ingredient found in jellyfish. That's the Prevagen thing.
That's right.
Okay, that's the first part of a sentence. From an ingredient found in jellyfish, for some unknown reason, we were able to extract something into memory.
Right.
That's how it goes.
Right.
Oddly enough, in a jellyfish's gut, we found some. Okay, I'm done. But there's a new one too. It's called neuro something.
Yeah, not very catchy.
And then the other guy says, but in the Prevagen, he goes, people say to me, I've been taking it 3 years. They say to me, you got the memory of an elephant.
People will occasionally say to me, hey, you got the memory of an elephant.
God. It's sad that I'm upset by it. And I'm not upset by it. I think I actually like it. It's like a friend.
It's a new product for memory called, what's it called?
But I get that sick feeling of like, you've used it for 4 years and you're looking back at all your Prevagen receipts.
Right.
You feel worse because you've aged in the 4 years.
I could have bought a whole jellyfish for this much.
I could have bought, or in my case, I would have bought Jailer Donuts at this point. It would have been more nutritious than a fucking thing that you took because of some stupid lab test where some kind of a level went up. And then they said, that's memory. That's memory. Maybe I'm wrong. What if I am wrong? And everybody...
You won't remember.
But like 5 years from now, some guy comes up to me and goes, hey, anti-establishmentarianism, excuse me? Oh, I've been taking Prevagen. I can say that word. And
you're like, wow, you have the memory of an elephant. which I think is still one down from jellyfish.
Don't make fun of elephants, please.
I just identify them.
Oh, do you identify? And of course, I can't just let the joke sit. I go, oh, you mean you're identifying the elephant in the room? Yes, that was the joke, Ed. Good going.
I was actually doing the cognitive ability test joke.
Yeah, no, yes, no, you're right. No, okay, Wolf, the first couple were, I will admit, the first couple were on the easy side. But then they all of a sudden out of nowhere, they say brick, foot, antelope, prune juice. Man, I still love that 3 of the words in that example were the same words. They were examples of people.
Yes.
Man, woman, child,
and then,
grandchild.
And then a camera and a TV. So, yes.
I love him. I love him now. He became amusing to me again.
Really?
Trump. Well, yeah, I love
Just
him.
because you feel like a hope of his leaving?
Yeah.
See, that's where they get. That's where they get you.
Oh no, I know. I'm setting myself up I'm my own Charlie Brown. I'm my own Lucy.
Yeah.
I've set myself up before like this. But Cornell Belcher, who I like very much, says it's not the same. Many people say it's not 2016.
I don't think it's 2016. I just think that he's so fucking desperate.
Yes, and he could do something.
Yeah.
He could arrest a state. He did. But you know what? I like it. They go, it's not a dog whistle anymore. He goes, I will go to all the Democrat states. That's what I'll do.
Right.
The following states are doing well. Texas, Republican state 2, Republican state 3, Republican state 4. However, the following states have anarchists.
Right.
Vermont. Oh boy, I'm really enjoying this. I think we should always do it in the morning.
I don't think that's true.
I'm when am I at my best? Never.
I always feel like 9 o'clock is at least where your stand-up wiring makes you.
That's true.
Makes you peak right when a headliner would go on.
I never thought of that. But you shouldn't. Have you seen my headlining act? That's not the way you should. You should go by. I should go on at 8:30 then.
I'm just saying it never got better, but.
I ought to take you I ought to take you apart limb from limb. I promoted us today. I've been up already promoting us.
Yeah. What did you promote?
I was on Michael Feldman's What Do You Know, who I love very much.
I did that a year or two ago.
Hey.
I wasn't trying to one up. I swear I wasn't trying to one up you. I was trying to relate to the experience, but I know it sounded like that.
As soon as it sounded like that, I pounced.
Yes, no, and you weren't wrong in that case.
But I was very proud of myself. He wanted to talk about the album. I mean, and then we naturally went into the podcast.
Nice. Thank you.
Two Jews, 2 microphones, 2 hours made him laugh.
Good.
So, look for that uptick.
And when is that airing?
Now, I don't know if I can't quite figure it out.
Live. I know he does.
It might have been live. It might have been partially live, but I think I know he has archives and stuff.
Yeah, he's one of those persons who's created his little webiverse around the brand. So you never know what's happening in his world, but it's a real world. And
he definitely, for many years, did things like put his hands on people's shoulders. How are you? What part of the town? I mean, it's like what he's doing. In a way, he can do what he's doing now, but in a way, it's like I know this will eventually pass at one point, and you'll be able to go through the audience and talk to people, but I'm never going to do it. Yeah. It was weird. When I did it, he was like live in a bar, and I was talking over speaker to the people, to a live audience. Right. So there had to be, of course, anything before last March that would have happened. Yeah. I've loved him for years because he kind of kills me. I like his style of humor. Yeah. Well, am I 90 years old now? Oh, yeah. Effectively. You know, Josh, it's such a pleasure to do the podcast with you. And what else is nice about it? He's clean. I like that he works. I like him. And he's also a Jewish man, but you don't know it every line like with Andy Kindler. He doesn't shove it up your spilkus. He's a Wisconsin Jew, so he's assimilated a little more. I know. It's really, they are classier. I would say you and Michael Feldman are classier Jews. We're good examples. What's that? We're good examples. Well, in other words, the East Coast Jew are the first ones, will be the first ones to get rounded up if it happens again, because we're stereotypically Jewish. Right. You are like, hello, sir. Oh, how was your Purim? Oh, was it then? Exquisite. Well, shalom alachem to you. Simi Atzer, I'll see you at Simi Atzeris again.
This is my Christian Jew voice.
That's good.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure sharing Pesach with you and your family. And meanwhile, and the corned beef, afikomen, Andy, if you don't get down here in 2 minutes, I'm leaving without...
Should we do some questions? Since I have to edit this immediately after we do it?
Yes.
All right.
I like that segue.
Sous Vide says, hey, Charles Nelson Riley, has the situation improved? Oh, not at all.
I was just echoing you.
Jason Parton says, I was worried I'd forgotten to get a message in last week, but turns out I sure did. Random question of the week for both of you. What's a movie you absolutely love, but everyone else thinks is terrible, and vice versa?
I don't have one. I don't think I have one of those.
The vice versa would be like Life is Beautiful. That was one where it was beloved and I was cringing.
Oh, I have some of those maybe. Yeah. Oh, did you really? That's the one with Benito?
Mussolini? Yeah.
Mussolini's comedy movie, right? It's Roberto Benigni, right?
Yes.
And so, why is it not, I always thought it was, what, is it like schmaltzy?
It's the mawkishness of it that, it was the, same things, he achieved the things that Jerry Lewis was going for in The Day the Clown Cried, and yet the goal was not worthy.
You'll come because it's mawkish. You'll stay because it's like, what?
Right. But a movie, I don't know. I mean, one of the ones that I love, for bizarro reasons that no one else should like is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the movie.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that. That's Robert Stigwood.
Yes.
Robert Stigwood directed it.
He did not direct it. He produced it. But
yeah, you're lucky I remembered his name.
It was good. Yeah.
Okay.
I have it on Blu-ray. I can lend it to you.
I don't know that I would like to, but I have ice cream in my, in my top.
Iram says, Tesha 167 was simply amazing. Thank you for the great entertainment. Love the Morgan Stanley chunk.
Well, thank you. What am I going to do? I can't ruin a compliment. I'm cavelling over here.
Beautiful. Bill Steitler, loved the Karen Don't Call the Cops on Me bit. Thank you. On an unrelated note, if you got your own Nutty Professor magic formula, what would your Buddy Love character turn out to be?
Ooh, I like when they give us a little wiggle room.
What would happen to Andy Kindler to make him irresistible?
I would all of a sudden become so not annoying,
Yeah.
Pleasant. You'd want to spend an hour with me. What a charming man in a nice way.
Right.
I don't know how that would go wrong though, because that's not what Buddy Love is. Buddy Love is the evil side.
Well, yeah, but he's also the super confident side.
Right. I would like to do a thing where you go through a change and you don't think Jerry Lewis is hilarious.
Does that require a change?
Josh, try to just think of it this way. Think for a second that maybe he's not hilarious. Think of that.
Let me get myself in that place.
That's Floy.
I need to adjust my Flyman.
Let me just say something. People say Dean sucked and I was the good one.
It was Jerry. Dean is shit. Dean is shit.
Dean's ugly. He's ugly. He stinks.
Right. He can't sing. I would have been tired of it too.
Look. And I tried to save him.
He can't live up to the handsomeness or the funny or the appealing or with the pretty ladies.
And this is the actual Jerry Lewis. This is what he really does think. Yes. That big lummox, Dean Martin. Who needs it?
Emma Marks says, I saw you play in Denver in 2014 after weed was legalized. while we were waiting for the show to start, some brain geniuses were projecting porn bloopers to the audience. Despite that, and how high you might have been, the show was fantastic.
Oh, man. I feel bad that they would. I don't know if that. I think that's inappropriate.
I would say bloopers. It is, yes.
That has nothing to do with dabbing. But, that's the first time that's the time I told you that I dabbed and I was emceeing and I was very high. So it's nice to know that someone enjoyed the show. So it makes me feel good.
Good. D. Steele says, Eddie Kindler sees a ghost. The ghost of Huell Hauser.
Okay, so, this is very dark in here.
Eddie Kindler.
Oh, well. Well, I cannot. Well, thank you for taking me to, what's the name of the place where Sideways took place?
Santa Barbara.
So I went to Santa. I'm so excited about going to Santa Barbara and the wine country and.
Welcome to Santa Barbara Vineyards, Eddie Kindler.
Oh my God, please don't kill me.
I wouldn't kill you. I'm going to take you on a tour of all the fine establishments here in the valley.
Oh my God. Ah! That's me running away from you.
That was good. That was the blackout. I try saying a good impression.
Yeah, stuttering used to be such a go-to in comedy. Awada, Buffalo, Rochester.
Naptwipahara, in the first of what appears to be several entries for the week, says, maybe this whole goddamn mess is a bad dream and we will all wake up in bed next to Suzanne Plachette.
That would be a nice ending. I do believe that that's what's going to happen when we reach those pearly gates. We were just kidding, Andy. There is everlasting heaven, and Hitler and Trump ultimately are not. They're not allowed into heaven. Now go in and have a great time, you son of a bitch.
Go play some ping pong with Jimi Hendrix.
Where he choked on the ping pong paddle. Good night, folks. Look, I do the Jimi Hendrix jokes even though I love him. He vomited in the thing? Okay, forget it. No, forget it. No! Okay.
Natri also says, I'm currently reading Mary Trump's book. Closest I've come to feeling sorry for Trump, but nope, fuck him.
That is a book that I kind of want to read, but
I'm reading it right now.
And it seems like it's compelling, right?
Yeah, it's compelling. I mean, it's none of it's shocking, but it is she's a good writer, so the voice of it is human.
That's good.
And
she's smart.
And she's smart, and it's not overly sensationalistic or vendetta feeling, but it is, pretty truthful and pretty clear that she doesn't have a lot of respect for the family she comes from,
Yeah, it's.
But you see, you do see that there are, there certainly are psychological roots for why Trump is how he is, and you can decide for yourself what value that information has.
Right.
In some ways, it has value because it shows you that the damage is all real,
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can't trust this guy, and there's a basis for how he got who he is, and it's not something you undo,
Well, I always thought that the father was horrible, but Trump is worse, but it doesn't sound that way. It sounds like the father was the epitome of evil and coldness.
Yeah.
And I'll rip off your money. Hey, let's rip off the kids of the brother who died from alcoholism. Let's rip them off. Why shouldn't we rip them off? That's the meeting they had. That's kind of the meeting they must have had.
Right. He disappointed me. He's gone.
He's gone. I would never do that to you, Josh.
Thank you.
I would give you your share.
You give me your brother's share.
Get your fucking hands off of it. Get your hands off my capitalism, my capitalist money.
And the final in the Natri Pahara trilogy is, I hope, I don't know, I haven't scrolled up yet. I like it when the public calls the main character of a TV show or movie the title. John McClane is Die Hard. The shark is Jaws. Who would win between I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched in a magic fight, is his question. I think probably I Dream of Jeannie just because her move is quicker.
Who's against who?
I Dream of Jeannie against Bewitched in a magic fight.
Oh.
I think that the singular decisive nod to invoke the magic. Because I don't know that either one's magic is more powerful in and of itself. So I think you'd have to beat her to the draw. And I believe that the I Dream of Jeannie move happens faster.
I think that's a good. The other thing is, regardless of who wins, what two fine examples of female empowerment?
Yes, you need to have magic to have any power in the world, is the message. And
isn't she a housewife, Bewitched?
Yes.
A magical housewife?
The only way you can affect the events of your life is through magic, is the message.
That's good.
Greg Kelly says, hearing the singular Ione Sky as a listener reminds me of something I maybe heard. That the role of her father in Say Anything was to be played by James Mason.
Oh, my God. I heard it coming. I could see the worm turning.
Imagine him singing Ricky Don't Lose or yelling, I'm incarcerated, Lloyd.
That's a good one. I think there's a remake in the works.
Yeah, except for James Mason's been dead about 20 years longer than John Mahoney. But
yeah, but now they're both in the great pantheon of those who were previously.
I'm waiting to play ping pong with Jimi Hendrix right now.
Ow! Boo! That's me as Hendrix. Hendrix.
Yeah, it took me a second.
Suck-a-dig-a-dig, wine!
Seth Thick III says, during the pandemic, I've been playing a lot of board games with the family, like Parcheesi and Chutes and Ladders. Mama Dick III suggested I ask you to join us for some Monopoly on Zoom. If not Monopoly, what about Othello or even Masterminds? Simon? Careers?
Oh, I think this is going to happen, the playing of games.
I've been playing, I played poker again the other night.
How was it? Was it fun?
It was fun. It doesn't feel like a poker game exactly, but it was, it was good to see the fellers.
I don't like Monopoly when it's live, when everyone's in the room.
I don't remember ever finishing a full-on true game of Monopoly to the end.
No.
I probably did. But
I liked Boggle for a couple of minutes, but that's it. That's all I had there.
All right. I didn't have a Boggle retort. I feel bad about that. Maybe put an egg timer on me.
But you've played Boggle, right?
I did. That's why I made the egg timer reference.
I realized it when you said egg timer, but I didn't realize that. And did you and Super Boggle, which I don't think is that much better. I don't think I ever
went Super Boggle.
Well, you haven't lived.
Super Boggle is great unless you have a planet with a red sun, in which case.
How do you do it? Secondly,
how do I and why?
Why? Why do you do it?
Perush says, how does Andy Kindler brew his Rob Beans coffee? Josh has my permission to.
Unfortunately, I saw this question, and I answered it when he had it as a hashtag 167. He updated it, so I told him I use different ones: Chemex, the Hario, and I use. But my favorite is the Chemex. Yeah. If I had to choose it, but I think it's that makes the best coffee. But I don't every day. It's better when you want to batch up.
What was the one I gave you that you can?
Oh, you gave me a one that was from Mr. Cho and I'm losing everyone's name from San Francisco.
But it wasn't good.
No, it was good, but that had the ball bearings in it. For some reason, I never stuck with it that much. It was good. It was good, but he's championed in general bringing the almost basket filter, which would be the Hario and also the Kalita. Water.
Perush also wants to know, does Andy plan to snort the vaccine or smoke it?
Don't get me. I'm in the market for dab pens. Don't even start.
That's right. Dan Wade says, hey guys, congratulations on Test Show 168. Wikipedia tells me that 168 is the sum of 4 consecutive prime numbers, 37 plus 41 plus 43 plus 47, but I'm sure you brought that up in the first half of the show.
I would say that is an excellent Egghead style joke.
Yes.
And I still owe him, is he the guy who does the podcast that I've been dodging?
I don't remember.
Oh, I thought you did his I think you did his podcast. You did his podcast.
Yes. No, he's the one. Yes. Dan does the Wheel of Randy. Dan does the Randy Newman podcast. I did. Yes.
I'll do it, Dan. Please don't hate me like Josh does.
Yeah. It's hard to keep going once you're at my level. Mad City Architect says, hey, Andy and Josh, do you remember when Dennis Miller had a late night talk show in the 90s? One of my favorite interviews was Sammy Davis Jr. Wondering if you guys might have a clip.
That's a good premise, because he did have a show, and Sammy Davis could have been on it.
It's also pretty hard, because people, I think it's a way of accusing me of making the impressions be the same, and that's just not the case. Cha-cha.
Let me say, I can't even do Sammy. I can do Dennis, but
hey, man, I want to tell you, and I'm serious about this, man. You are a genuine talent, man.
I was hoping you would do Dennis back.
Well, I didn't know. You seemed to want to jump in, so I was. No,
I don't want to. My point was I don't even do Dennis Miller that good. So I thought you were going to duel.
I thought you were waiting to jump in like Mr. Haney at a corn roast. Denny, I have to say, that was an incredibly deep reference, man.
This is a night.
It's hard. It's hard to do them both, I will admit.
I don't think it's hard at all. I think you're into Gavin McLeod, Tony Curtis territory.
I think we are, too.
Hey, Sammy. Hey, Denny. How are you, Sammy? I'm good, Denny. How are you? Let's go get some coffee. Do you mean one cup of coffee or or several?
I like it.
Dan Marsh says, that's who I got confused with when you said Dan Wade. That was my,
sorry, Dan Wade.
That was my brain fart.
I like when people say that.
Dan Marsh says, Thought Spiral has done amazing commercials for bagels, coffee, and pillows, but what product of the past would you like to advertise, and what would be your pitch?
Hey, Josh, I want to take time out of the podcast to say, that, I don't know, have you seen this, have you tried the Magic Bullet?
No. Tell me more.
Well, it's not, I'm assuming you think it's a blender. It's not just a blender. It really pulverizes.
Wow. That sounds more like a product of the present.
I know. I realized when I started into it that I should have gone with something older. Like a cap snaffler? Maybe?
I, for one, would like to talk about the science of phrenology.
Phrenology?
Yes, Andy. It's the study of the different contours and bumps on your head and how it determines your future and your fate.
No, you can't sell that.
Yeah, sure.
That is a product of the past. Bring your skull over here, Andy.
Bring it over here. Uh-oh.
What? What did you find?
I probably shouldn't say, but what I can say is that my tonic will help you with these problems.
Uh-oh, I think I found
Sounds like you're drinking it right now.
You better drink it now before we wean you out genetically.
Kiant says a British man who lost his penis due to an infection had a new one built, quote unquote, for only $65,000. Andy, would you consider something like this to deal with your alleged flaccidity? Also, he had to grow it on his arm before transplanting it to his crotch. I, for one, would think twice before transplanting it from the arm to the crotch, since it's much more convenient.
I think that's maybe my favorite question of all time. And I was thinking how convenient it would be to give myself a blowjob if my penis was at elbow level and I could just swing it around.
Right. And you go, no, I wasn't blowing myself. I was just trying to sneeze politely.
No, I wasn't chewing on a toothpick. Get it? I have a small penis.
I do.
Okay, good.
Dave Wounded Antelope Rubin says, where can
That's a good name.
Where can I download the Karen song? I want to bump that on every trip to the grocery store. Yes, I go hard, unlike Andy's penis.
Now it's become a meme, right?
Yes.
That was so delightful, I forgot if there was a question there.
This is the voice of your penis. Hello, everybody. It's very lonely down here. Tom Harding says, thanks for your answer, re-bagels, though your swipes at British cuisine were unwelcome when we have so many great dishes. Eels, kidney pie, or my grandmother's favorite boiled tripe and jugged rabbit boiled in its own blood. What's your favorite?
I like figgy pudding, I think.
I like figgy pudding if it's stuffed in an intestine and boiled.
Yeah, I like it if it's stuck in another horrible organ. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Like a sphinx. What is that? What's the horrible? It's a sphinx. No, what's the thing? What's the word that I'm trying to say? I
don't know. Give me a little help.
It's like a pharynx or a sphinx. Sphincter.
Sphincter.
It's a sphincter inside of an intestine.
Right.
Boiled.
And boiled.
Isn't that the kind of stuff the guy on the Great Parts Unknown always was eating?
Anthony Bourdain?
Yeah, wasn't he always like, I love it. Right. It's a cat's second penis.
Right. I don't want to kill myself at all.
All of these things seem delightfully funny. I hope they are when you're editing it an hour from now.
I don't know. I just feel I know we've talked about this before, but the Anthony Bourdain thing, when people still use him for inspiration and things, I just go, read the book till the end.
No, you're right. It's hard to.
Because it's always about life affirming and the way to keep, And it's it wasn't enough.
Exactly. So it makes it like you're a bullshit artist, Anthony Bourdain.
It does. It really does.
Because at the end of the day,
and I don't want to make light of his mental illness, but there was also, two things going on there.
Yeah, he was selling something. He was a little bit selling a myth.
Yeah. Stephen Elton Yates says, argon is the third most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere at 0.934%. Josh, please try to get Andy to guess these categories pyramid style by giving him clues. Well, we had such fun with Password last week.
And I won't get any of them.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
A horn, a nose, a small car.
Is it password?
Floppy shoes.
Oh, is it things that
pyramid. Yes.
It's things that do something, right?
All right. I'm not playing with you.
Is it
this only works at night, apparently.
I think, Stephen, I'm sorry. You set up a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's like bringing it to a moron.
Much like last night's show, I've decided to pull the plug before it happens.
It's not you, Stephen. It's me.
Joe Andrus says, as someone with great comedic timing and a hilarious podcast that you edit, how much does the raw footage sound like the actual show? I've been doing some audio editing. I was wondering how much you trim dialogue with you and Andy. Well, I don't first of all, I don't want to be too specific because then you'll be listening for it. But It's not, I mean, it basically sounds like what we do. I take out some long pauses. I take out, if we're cross talking, I'll try to take out the person who doesn't matter. I take out noises and pops when I can, which Alex also does after me. If we embarrass ourselves, in a way that could come back and haunt us, I take it out. If we're both terribly wrong about something, I will take it out. If we're repeating ourselves a third time, I'll generally take it out. At least not our third time overall, but our third time within that conversation.
Right. That's great. Hey, that's very insightful, my friend.
And only once in a while, I'll occasionally take out long or something like that, or I'll take out, things to make the rhythm of the conversation be more entertaining to listen to. But for the most part, I try not to. I try to make it so you don't notice the edits. That's it.
And the answer too is that it is exactly representative of how, for better or worse, of how we're talking, right?
Yeah. No, I'm never trying to create something that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Once we put down any weapons you may have and come to the front door, turn in slowly with your hands up. I want you to come out onto the front porch. Okay?
There you go. Seth Dick III also wants to know whatever happened to Lara Flynn Boyle. It says on the IMDb that she hasn't worked in 5 years. Jeez.
Is this an impression you're going to do?
No, I'm just, it's like that's what happens to actors.
Is she alive?
I think she is, yes.
There are a lot of people. I'll give you some names of people who you may have seen on TV that you don't see anymore. Andy Kindler.
Exactly. He hasn't worked in 5 years. Come on.
Yeah. Well, let's make it. If you want to make it sad, let's keep it in house.
Lara Flynn Boyle's getting 50 plus on Cameo. So.
Oh, that hurt.
Are you caught up on Cameo now?
I was caught up, but now I have nine more. I don't want to brag, but I could be making about $500 after 37 hours.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I'm getting better at not making it a thing.
All right.
So
I'll try to stop belittling and laughing at you like I did for the first 2/3 of this show.
No, I like that. I really don't want it to be like, I do not want it to be my art. Please don't talk about my art.
Stephen Elton Yates also brought continued thanks to you both for our weekly infusion of friendship and angst. Even if the situation is not improving, you help keep our chins up. Thanks, boys. Thank you,
I appreciate
Stephen.
that. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know why I said it like the second time was so.
Put on a mask
awkward.
or stay home says, when will things get better? I think a year from now you'll have a sense of normalcy that we hadn't seen since early this year.
I also think it will be towards the middle of next year, but I also hope that we're not people's go-to prediction persons.
True that. Yo-do-dee-dee-yo,
yo, 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 yo,
Yoshi says, Andy, I was wheezing laughing when you not only mentioned the Harold Lloyd box set both times on your recent Eddie Pepitone appearances, but also added that you love the Ritz Brothers. Now's a good time to admit I was behind the Ritz Brothers lover character years ago.
I don't really know the Ritz Brothers. I only know it as a reference.
Yes.
They all have glasses, right, or something like that?
No, they don't.
Are they low rent Marx Brothers?
Yes, they are very much low rent Marx Brothers.
Hey, get over here.
They are low rent Marx Brothers with a dash of Three Stooges.
And just
there's much more slugging and why I oughta going on,
right?
Than the Marx Brothers, but not the hard edged violence of the Three Stooges.
So, is there a guy named Kazuo because he plays
Instead of the harp, he plays the kazoo. You get my point? They're not very good.
Dana Schwartz says, is it too late for a question? No, not at all. Steve Infield says, I have a question, but I can't figure out what I'm supposed to do to send it along to Thought Spiral, quote unquote. Wait, it automatically made those words blue. Does that mean it worked? Do I just type hashtag 168 now?
I love this. This would be like me. That's the impression of me trying to send the letter to Thought Spiral.
Ders, D-E-R-S, says, hey, Thought Spiral, spiral me this. What album music would you say best represents the tastes of Andy Kindler?
You'll have to tell. Oh, is that something I should answer?
Probably. I'll weigh in afterwards.
After the gold rush, but I don't think that's what people would think of it. I think
is that your single?
No. I think you should answer for me and for yourself.
I think. Well, he didn't ask about me, but I would say that.
Should Up Be Your Face? Should Up Be Your Face?
Probably Should Up Be Your Face.
That's it.
Yeah, probably so.
It's got an annoying line that goes on over and over.
What's the matter, you? It's a nice place. I'll shut up in your face. Yeah. I think,
hey.
Yeah, that works
and
for me.
And he goes over and over and over again, and he never gets better.
Yeah. Well, let's do a couple of letters. How about that?
Alrighty.
Brian says, hi. I've never really been interested in podcasts. Would rather just listen to music. Anyway, after listening to this show, it just reaffirmed it. I'm kidding. Always loved Andy, and after listening to the Hence the Humor album several times over, I felt like I needed more of him. No joke here. I've been aware of the show and subscribed for a couple of years, but just haven't made time for it. And always loved Josh. I'm a comedy fan and from Minnesota, so Josh has always been revered. Wow.
That's great.
He's
wonderful.
The erection's coming back. Josh and Andy are very different, but also very similar. They are so good together. I've fallen more than like with the show. I'm starting from the beginning of the shows, working my way up to the future present. Had a good laugh at the end of show 10 with the I'm with Mug. Now I'm shopping for a mug. Say hi to me in an upcoming episode from the Fashionably yours, Brian. Hi, Brian. Welcome aboard. If you've made it to show 168 from show 10, I think we got you.
Yes, and also there will be if you remind us and you're the 12th caller, we'll send you another mug.
Right.
That's wonderful. I'm happy now.
MJ says, hey, I just wanted to introduce you to my word of the week after listening to the episode with your favorite smells. Petrichor, noun, a pleasant smell that frequently accompanies the first rain after a long period of warm, dry weather.
That's a great name.
I can only hear it in Andy's voice. Hard P and hard K. It ices its own cake.
Petrichor. What a delightful morning. I went outside and I noticed there was some petrichor going down. Petrichor. I nailed that.
Andrew Dempsey says your doc on Debar was extremely entertaining and packed full of big laughs and cringeworthiness. I didn't know the full story on Debar at all. Wow. Great beginning and brilliantly funny ending as well. Really enjoyable stuff. Thank you.
That's good.
Got to mention your appearance on Pepitone's podcast, which was a joy. This is also to me. Kindler's second or maybe third appearance this Friday was just gone. Oh my God. I feel the need to tell tales on Andy again. The entire episode, Eddie was attempting to read out a letter, but Andy kept interrupting him, and Eddie kept digressing. I was going from anger to laughter to despair to madness. At one point, clearly the neighbors heard this, at one point I shouted, just read the fucking letter for Christ's sake. But then I would try to be calm and accept the letter was never going to be read. It was like the opposite of Zen Buddhist meditation. It was like a test from God. It wouldn't have been so bad if Eddie had just brought forgot about the letter, but every few minutes he kept going, okay, so let me just read this. Hey, Eddie, check this out. That's right. It's an iced coffee. Not too shabby, huh?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you know the thing about iced coffee. That for an hour. Gold though it was. Andrew.
That might be the most accurate review of anything to do with me. It captures, it sums up both the hideousness and the further hideousness of it.
Yes. And this, finally tonight, this is a very solemn letter, which, dramatically isn't a bad thing to close on. Comedically, I don't know. Evan in Detroit says, I first heard your show a few years ago. My brother was a huge fan and listened regularly. I didn't listen to podcasts much at the time. He was an illustrator, musician, and comedian. September of last year, he passed away at the age of 35. I'm very sorry about that.
I'm sorry about that.
After a few months went by, I remembered this show and how much he respected it and you two. I dug in and started from the beginning. Now I'm all caught up and a fan myself. It's been interesting and helpful to hear your perspectives on death of loved ones and has gotten me through some tough days. I have enjoyed the show immensely. Thanks for the countless gut laughs. The best medicine. Evan in Detroit. Come on.
Oh, that is the greatest.
Thank you so much for writing that, Evan, and I'm so sorry about your brother.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. But man, did you really just that was a great expression of what's going on. Yeah. I see how I couldn't do it.
Well, yes,
great.
Very
solemn.
Flattering. Thank you.
Solemn. Yes. Thank you.
Speaking of Andy's album, a couple of letters back, check it out. Hence the Humor, available wherever albums are streamed. I bet you can hear it. You can hear it on the subscription services too, right, Andy?
Yes, you can. I think so. I mean, I was wondering, does Spotify just do it for a while?
Also, please check out my movies, Michael Day Bar, Who Do You Want Me to Be? It is on Amazon and Vudu and YouTube and Google and coming soon to iTunes. I appreciate everyone who's gotten it so far and people who've commented on Amazon. That's been going really well, and that's exciting. If you want to just support our show, go to buymeacoffee.com/thoughtspiral and buy us a coffee. You want to write to us during the week, thoughtspiralshow@gmail.com or thought_spiral on Twitter. That's all the blabber that's fit to blabber.
I think that's good blab. But can I ask you this? If you would evaluate the week for me, okay?
Yeah.
Would you say I was on or?
Oh, he missed it. He missed the button again.
I missed the button, and you already predicted it 2 seconds ago. And there's nothing I can do that would.
All righty.